Right. And another question that I think it's really, really important for all the audience following us. There's a lot of marketers out here in Italy teaching that right now the low ticket products are died. So, and their advice is to go straight to a webinar to let you know more or less like the Sam Ovens model. I don't know if
Right.
you know this kind.
Yeah, I know Sam.
And go straight to the a Nike ticket offer to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. But the problem is that that kind of approach sometimes is missing a brand. So everyone is launching a webinar with a Nike ticket offer, and they are convinced to sell, but it's not possible because you've got no followers, no audience, no brand, no list. What do you think about this? It's a right strategy or not?
I think that for some people, they can make money that way. And it really depends on, I guess, what happens next. You're not going to build you can build a money-making kind of thing that way, and it can last for some period of time. It's not going to last forever, for sure, but it can last for some period of time. And the mistake a lot of people make is thinking that that's going to last for a much longer time than it actually does. But yeah, it's not a bad strategy. I wouldn't criticize it. It's not as easy to scale large that way. It's an easier way to get started, right? Okay. But it's not, it's the same thing with like a personality-based business, right? Like the difference between a personality-based business and a brand. Long-term, you want a brand, but it's a lot easier to start a personality-based business because it's a lot easier for people to bond with a person than a logo.
Yeah. This is a concept that in the future for sure will go deeper and deeper because it's something that really gonna have a lot of interest in Italy for sure. We got the fourth question and the last one, Rich, and then we got some Q&A from our audience. Sure. And my fourth question is: we notice in the latest videos, especially, that your guests are often talking about videos on broadcast, on going live, instead to writing articles. The old content marketing, like really 4 or 5 years ago. What's your opinions about this? Is that only a way to bypass the algorithm, or it's because when you put your face, you inspire more trust and credibility?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. So video in general, right, is just a superior medium than audio or print because you can take a video and you can turn it into audio and print really easily. You could take an audio and make it into a video, but that requires a lot more work if you're going to make it a good video. And so it's the one piece of content that can turn into every other type of content. There's also, there's the bonding element of people getting to know, like, and trust you. And that certainly happens a lot better, faster, and easier through video. But there's also, like, when it comes to live streaming, most of the platforms now are pushing live streaming because as a way of holding on to viewers for longer periods of time, because generally people will watch live streams longer than they'll watch like a regular video that isn't live, right? So you have Facebook pushing it, you have LinkedIn pushing it, you have YouTube pushing it, you have IGTV somewhat pushing it. And that means that if you do a live stream, you're now leveraging those platforms to go out and find other people to watch what you're doing. And so for us in the United States, for example, our best performing audience to target are the people that have at least watched 3 seconds of my live stream. Now, 3 seconds of my live stream out of 2 hours is close to nothing, right? And when I boost my video and I pay 0.2 of 1 cent, right? So 5 for 1 penny. That's how much it costs me to get a 3-second playthrough. But it's not about the 3 seconds that they're watching me. It's about the fact that Facebook thought that person would be a good person potentially to watch me. And so when I then go after all the people that have watched 3 seconds, right, or more, what I'm doing when I'm targeting that list, I'm targeting a list that Facebook created for me, right? Of people that they thought were appropriate, like in my market. Now, that's why that audience does so well for me, right? And it's the same thing in YouTube. Like right now, we're not targeting people yet, but YouTube does. That's not an automatic thing in YouTube. You have to tie your channel to your ad account, and it can't go backwards. In Facebook, you can go backwards. Like you can, but in YouTube you can't. So until you link the accounts, you will not be able to build an audience. Once you link the accounts, now it starts building. Like you can say all the people that have watched my videos in the last month. But if you understand that the platforms are in the business of keeping people on, that videos are one of the ways that they use videos to keep people on the platform, live or even recorded, then if you could target those people after the fact, then what you're really doing is you're leveraging the platforms, because they're trying to find people who are going to stay on their platform watching you or watching your live stream, whatever. But those are the same people that you'd want to market to. And so they've just like now taken the cost of the audience way down, if that makes sense.